The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. Trade over 17,000 markets with extended trading hours on key US shares and competitive spreads, all on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.
The stock of the day is Telix Pharmaceuticals, ticker code TLX. After news, Telix has reached an agreement with the US FDA to resubmit its application for approval for its brain cancer imaging agent. So the market got a bit nervous about this after Telix said that it had been given a bit of a road bump by the FDA, but it now says that it will include additional efficacy study analysis to its new submission. And we received that comment from a viewer a couple of days ago, Simon, who said he wanted to buy Telix for a while but considered it overvalued when it started to fall upon announcing that SEC notice in relation to the FDA. He thought about buying it as the drop in the share price was overreaction, and he's been buying it progressively as it has continued to fall. He's now starting to think he just may have caught a falling knife. So falling knife or bargain at these prices. Of course, it's one of the best performers on the 200 today. But Luke, in your view, is this resubmission normal course of activity, and we will continue to see Telix hitting goals from here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, playing the FDA game can be a bit hit and miss, or very hit and miss, or really hard to do consistently. I think Telix is kind of the opposite of Neuron. So Neuron, you're getting a product that's already up and running, already growing, already doing quite well, and the market cap covers that, and you get the second product for free, or the upside from the potential second product for free. Telix has got one product, and then the market's really pricing in kind of the sales from the second product, and that's why the share price has fallen. Is that hasn't quite eventuated as the market was expecting, that approvals process. So I think it's a good example of probably you want to keep your optionality open with these biotechs, because kind of anything can happen. With that in mind, I think it probably, given that the headwinds and the uncertainty that's been thrown up by the FDA here for Telix, I'd be pretty cautious about buying this one. I'll be looking for a margin of safety to buy, at a discount to that first product's valuation, or pretty close to it, and really pricing in not much for the second product. So I don't think that's at $14. Please, for long-term holders and the people who are kind of in this stock for the long run and want to see this second product up, that share price going up a little bit today. But I don't think the risk reward's really there for me to be throwing capital at it.
Okay, so that is a hold. Andrew, Telix.
It's a biotech that is again back to its historical ways of not making money. They've got debt to equity of over 100% now, trying to fund the next iteration. They're busy and have been doing capital raises year after year. Biotechs, with the exception of a couple, and we talked about two of them today in Clinuvel and CSL, tend to be not very good investments, even though they do wonderful things for the world. So on the one hand, I really hope Telix succeeds, because I think it would be great for all of us from a medical point of view. But as an investment, I think it's best summed up by a quote from Terry Pratchett, which is from his book Going Postal, which said that he recognised that hope. It was how he made his living. You knew that the man running the game was going to win. You knew that people in distress didn't sell you diamond rings for a fraction of their value. You knew that life generally handed you the sticky end of the stick, and you knew that the gods didn't pick some undeserving person out of the population and hand them a fortune. Except that this time, you might be wrong, right? It might just happen. And that's known as the greatest of treasures, which is hope. It was a good way of getting poorer really very quickly and staying poor. But it could be you. It just wouldn't be.
Okay, so that is a sell for
Absolutely.
Telix. Okay, so if you've made some money, perhaps you'd consider that. That is the stock of the day, being Telix. So thank you to my guests, Luke Laretive from Seneca Financial Solutions and Andrew Coleman from Teaminvest.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Trade over 12,000 shares and ETFs, including major tech giants with extended hours on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.